Welcome back. We're on Learning Unit 8-1. Let's look at number 1. It says Irene Westing bought a desk for $400 from an office supply house. She plans to sell the desk for $600. What is Irene's dollar markup? What is her percent markup on cost? Now note that it says on cost. That's really important because it really tells you how you're going to be working with these numbers. So we've got the facts. The facts are the desk costs $400 and the selling price is $600. What we're going to be solving for is we're trying to figure out what the dollar markup is, or the percent markup on cost. So we're going to be looking at the selling price minus cost, and then we're going to take the dollar markup and divide that by the cost. So calculating the dollar markup, we take the selling price of $600 minus the $400 cost. That leaves us with a $200 markup. Then we take that $200 markup and divide that by the cost of $400, showing us a 50% markup on cost. Make note that if this was markup on selling price, that answer would be different. We can also check this. We can look at selling price equals cost plus markup. So the $600 equals the $400 plus 0.5 times $400 equals $200, so our $600 does in fact equal $600, so we're good. You can also look at the cost and do the equals the dollar markup divided by the percent markup on cost. So you have $200 divided by 0.5 and you get $400 as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can look at this problem to solve it. Number 2, we've got Suki Kumar bought dolls for her toy store that cost $12 each. To make her desired profit, Suki must mark up each doll 35% on cost. Make note of that on cost. What is the dollar markup and what is the selling price of each doll? And let's check our answer too. So if we look at the blueprint, it shows us the facts that the doll costs $12 each. The markup on cost is 35%. So we're going to need to look at the dollar markup and the selling price. So we're going to be taking cost, or the selling price equals cost, times 1, the quantity of 1 plus the percent markup on cost. So if we calculate the dollar markup, we have selling price equals cost plus markup. The cost is $12. The markup is 35% times the quantity of 12. So then we go down to selling price equals 12 plus $4.20 for a total selling price of $16.20. We can check this by just substituting for the cost $12 and multiply that by 1 plus the 35% markup, and that's going to give us $16.20 as well. Number 3, Jay Lyman sells calculators. His competitor sells a new calculator line for $14 each. Jay needs a 40% markup on cost to make his desired profit, and he must meet price competition. At what cost can Jay afford to bring these calculators into the store? What's the dollar markup? And let's check our answer. What do we know? We know that the selling price is $14 and the markup on the cost is 40%. We know that we're going to be solving for what our cost is going to be. So the cost is going to be the selling price divided by 1 plus the percent markup on cost. So we're going to calculate our cost. So our selling price is $14 equals the cost plus 0.4 times cost. So we're going to solve for cost, and that equals $10. We can calculate the dollar markup because the markup equals the selling price minus cost. So selling price of $14 minus $10 of cost equals a markup of $4. We can check this by taking the selling price of $14, divide that by 1 plus the percent markup on cost, which is 40% or 0.40. So 14 divided by 1.4 equals $10.